So if I was 22, my first word of advice wouldn't be anything about real estate. I love real estate. It's served me well. But the fact is, I would tell myself to go onto Amazon and buy the $5 DVD by Rhonda Byrne. It's called The Secret. It is a documentary. And this documentary is about the law of attraction. I don't care what business you're in. I don't care what you want to be in, what you aspire to be in. I don't care what type of love life or relationship you want. Everything boils back down to the law of attraction. What you think about, you will bring about. And whenever you set defined goals, this is when the magic happens. It really does. Whenever you can paint that picture, and then you'll just see it come to life. And that documentary is a brief synapse of how you can do that, how you can actually start implementing that in your life. So that would probably be my first word of advice. Watch The Secret. It's a documentary by Rhonda Byrne, $5 on Amazon for the DVD. Second word of advice, read one book. If it takes you a year, read one book. The first time I read it, I actually didn't read it. I got an audio, and it was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Okay? That book will radically change your life. Now, yes, the text is old school. It was written, we're pushing 100 years ago now. But it is so true, stands today, and it builds off the fundamentals of The Secret. This is the foundation work for any stable life, human being, relationship, business, all of it comes together, right? So, quick story, I read Think and Grow Rich audiobook first time, then I read it again. And then the third time I read it, I actually got the workbook that comes with it. And to this day, I have I had goals written down, monetary goals with dates. And the very first year that I decided I was going to implement those goals, I had made $24,000 as a waitress that year. And my goal at the end of the year was to have made $80,000. I actually trumped that. I doubled it, right? So I went from $24,000 to over $160,000 in my pocket in 1 year. I did two things, guys. The Secret, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I started implementing it. I started not just taking the knowledge, but taking action on the knowledge I had learned. Third thing I would recommend would be get some education on financial literacy, and specifically personal finance literacy. Where can you do that? 2 books, real simple. The first one I would recommend would be, what's it called? It's Ramit Sethi, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. That's the name of the book. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit, R-E-M-I-T, Sethi, S-E-T-H-I, I think. And I would open up a Roth IRA as soon as possible. And I would try my best to contribute $5,500 per year to that Roth IRA. And so that's hand in hand there. But the second book would be Rich Dad, Poor Dad, probably, by Robert Kiyosaki. And this is all based on personal finance. Well, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, that don't sound interesting. Why would I want to do that? It's real basic, guys. If you cannot manage $1,000, what the heck are you going to do whenever you get $10,000? Right? If you don't know what to do with $1,000, you are not going to know what to do with $10,000 or $100,000 or $1 million. Or what if it starts with a B, right? $1 billion. What do you do? So those are some words of advice. Now, none of that directly leads back into real estate. Why did I choose real estate as my profession? Well, I thought it's the American dream, right? If I can master real estate, what stops me from mastering everything else? It's literally the American dream. It's what every person wants to own. It's starting to rain. Y'all can probably hear it, but they want to own one house, right? At least in their lifetime. And if I can master the art of buying property, then everything else should be a breeze. And my goal is to really become a professional at building businesses, be that selling shelf corporations or whatever. This is only the beginning for me, right? It's going to go a lot further. It's really exciting, but I think the steps don't necessarily take everyone down the real estate path. Those steps don't. And my path could have been just as easily somewhere else, but start there, make defined goals, chase your dreams, and yeah, so that's my word of advice for today, guys. So I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off because this rain's getting heavy, but I love you guys, and I appreciate all the support. I mean, I get some beautiful comments day in and day out, and I appreciate it. I really do. All right, later.